So I was there day one when the original Nintendo Switch dropped. Zelda, Mario, indie games on the go. It was dope. But over time, I really just stopped picking it up. Moved over to mostly playing games on the PlayStation and the Xbox, and eventually moved over to the PC and the Steam Deck after that. More power, better performance, and let's be real, more variety. Now Nintendo just unveiled the Switch 2. And I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty good. But after being burned before, I'm walking into this one with a little bit more caution. Here's everything you need to know about the Nintendo Switch 2. The stuff I'm liking, the stuff that has me scratching my head, and whether I think it's worth jumping back in or not. Let's start with what's new. The Switch 2 is rocking a 7.9-inch LCD screen with 1080p resolution and a smooth 120 Hz refresh rate. That alone is a huge upgrade over the OG screen. In dock mode, you're getting up to 4K resolution powered by a custom NVIDIA chip. That means better visuals, faster load times, and hopefully fewer sacrifices when it comes to multi-platform games. They also bumped up the internal storage, 256 gigabytes out the gate. That's more like it. No more deleting 4 indie games just to update Splatoon. So I'm definitely feeling the graphics. The gameplay they shown looked clean. It looked good. I think they showed what they showed. Donkey Kong. The new Donkey Kong game looks good. Of course, Mario Kart looks good. And what is it called? The Daemon X Machina game looks real good. Really, those 3 games alone got me considering picking up a Switch just to check out those titles. And they did show some other titles at the Direct they had a week before. That also has me interested in getting back into Switch gaming a little bit. Really like the storage. We needed this. It finally feels like a modern system, not a 2013 tablet with Mario on it. The price, I'm not surprised that's the price. I feel like it could have been lower or higher. With everything that's going on now, it might end up being higher for us in the US, but we have to wait and see. And I like that it is coming out June 5th. So it's not that long of a wait till this thing is in our hands. You know, we're so used to things getting announced and then taking forever to actually release. So that was a nice change there. But I also do have some concerns that started stacking up pretty quick during the presentation and after the presentation. We kind of found out that the battery life is lower than the original Switch. They're saying 4 to 6 hours. The OG Switch gave us up to 9 with the 2019 revision. For a handheld first console in 2025, it's kind of rough. I think even the OG launch Switch gave you better battery life than that at a minimum. I think it was like 4.5 instead of it being the 4 with the Switch 2. Tough. And then after the presentation, the news of how much Mario Kart World was going to cost started coming out. And right now it's looking like $80 just for the digital version and $90 for the physical. Look, I love Mario Kart as much as the next guy, but that's a wild price point. They took Nintendo's Fun for Everyone franchise and turned it into a premium franchise. They even have it bundled with the Switch 2 for basically, I think it's like a $30 discount for the digital version. So instead of paying $450 for the console and then another $80 for the game, you get them together for $500. Of course, you still got to include tax with all this, but you still get sort of a discount if you buy the bundle instead of buying both things separate. So I guess that's kind of good, because you know, most of the time when we get a digital game bundled with a console, it still be the same price as buying them separate. So it's kind of like no point in actually getting that bundle. So I guess that's kind of good. And then their GameChat, you know, the new voice and video chat feature, you know, sound cool, but it's locked behind the Nintendo Online Plus tier. Yep, you got to pay extra just to talk to your friends. That's not it. I feel like that should have been an included feature, a free feature. You know, people just want to hang out with their friends. So I guess I could see why they're kind of charging for that in a way, but I would have preferred for that to be free. But I feel like Nintendo charges for everything, so I'm not surprised. And even though they did upgrade the internal storage, another bad thing they did on the storage side was now that you have to use a micro SD express card. So if you didn't buy one of those for your previous Switch, you now have to buy another completely different kind of SD card to use on your Switch 2. Also, I'm not all the way sure how I feel about this. Some previous Switch 1 titles will have paid upgraded versions on the Switch 2. So it's cool that some of these games are getting a new enhanced version that'll give you better visuals or performance or whatever for the game. But the fact that you have to pay for them kind of sucks. I know plenty of other companies have been doing this with their games already, but here you would probably like to see Nintendo, you know, do the consumer friendly thing and just get these upgrades for free when it comes to their games, the first party games. So I guess that's something else we have to see too. Will we see some free upgrades to the first party games, and will these upgrades, and if the upgrades are to third party titles, will they be free or will they pay? Always be paid? We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, even with those issues, the games do look fun. Mario Kart World looks like a real evolution, not just another deluxe rehash. Online play, new mechanics. It looks pretty good in motion. I think it said what, 24 racers, 25 racers, something like that. I like the idea of driving from one part of the world to the other part of the world. Like I said, you can do on there. I think that seems really cool. Probably I would say the first Mario Kart I've really looked forward to, just because of those changes right there. We have to wait and see though. At that price point, tough. Donkey Kong Bonanza has a classic Nintendo magic. It's colorful, fast paced, and honestly, it caught me off guard. I didn't expect to care, but now I'm in on it. It just looked so cool when they were showing it. It's really looking like Donkey Kong is the Hulk, just tearing through everything. But something about it just looks really fun. And I did not play the first Daemon X Machina game, but I do remember when it was first revealed, I thought it looked interesting. But of course, by the time it came out, I probably wasn't playing the Switch like that anymore, honestly. So I never seen anything else about it. And I had completely forgot about that game until we got here, and the next game in the series, I'm assuming, dropped, and it looks pretty good. It looks good. Don't know how fun it will be, but it looks like it's worth giving a try. And if I do end up picking up a Switch 2, that is one of the titles I'll be looking forward to checking out. Oh yeah, they're even adding GameCube classics to the Nintendo Switch Online. And if the rumors are true, we might be seeing games like Eternal Darkness make a comeback. So am I going to get one? You know, I think I am, but not with blind hype. I've been burned before, but this time there's just enough here to make me believe Nintendo is trying to evolve the Switch without losing its identity. I'll most likely still be playing big third-party titles on the PC and the PlayStation, but this could be the perfect secondary console again. Something to keep me gaming from the couch or while I'm on the go. You just got to know what you're getting into here. Lower battery life, premium price games, paid upgrades, game chat behind a paywall, and US pre-orders. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That won't even go live on the same day as other regions. So if you're in the US, we might be waiting a bit longer for the pre-orders. So yeah, Switch 2 looks good, but it's still Nintendo. Brilliant and frustrating in the same breath. So what about you guys? Are you pre-ordering day one if you can? You gonna wait on reviews, or just sticking with your current gaming options? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this helped you out, hit that sub. More honest breakdowns, reviews, and creator content coming soon. Peace.